How can you stand the excitement? Another Gobbet opus, number 73. Coincidence? I don't think so. I do a lot of driving for my job. I am the only infectious disease doc at 4 hospitals, and I can spend several hours a day stuck in slow traffic going from place to place. To while away the time, I listen to books on tape, well, now books on MP3, or podcasts. It is amazing how often I hear a word on the iPod and then simultaneously see the word on a billboard or street sign. Someone must be sending me a message. It cannot be random serendipity. It is just too weird not to have an underlying meaning. Somebody must be trying to tell me something. But what? Another odd thing is how often I read an article and I see the disease that I read about in the subsequent weeks. Like today. I see this patient who was admitted from the community with staph lugdunensis bacteremia. Staph lugdunensis is a skin staph, one of the many coagulase-negative staphylococci that make up our normal flora. It likes to live, as you well know, preferentially in the big toe. There is also Staph aureus, which is the coagulase-positive staphylococcus. Just 2 weeks ago, I read the article Significance of Staphylococcus lugdunensis bacteremia, a report of 28 cases and a review of the literature, as part of the quasi-random literature reading I do for my other podcast. And now, as so often seems to happen, I have a case of Staphylococcus lugdunensis bacteremia. Community-acquired Staph lugdunensis bacteremia is often due to endocarditis. So, although I heard no murmur as I was writing my note, who was outside of the room of the patient next door? The echo tech with his machine, getting ready to look at the heart of the patient next to mine. Coinky-dink? I don't think so. I told him I wanted the echo on my patient to look for endocarditis and left for my next hospital. He called me an hour later to tell me the patient had endocarditis as there was probably a big vegetation on the patient's tricuspid valve. This is the truth. When he called me, I was in the drive-thru of the Jack in the Box ordering a chicken bowl. For the first and last time, the rice is kind of odd tasting, and I was looking at a picture of the bowls that had vegetables in it. Whoa. And yesterday, my son was playing NBA Live on the PlayStation, and in the video game, Brandon Roy pulled a hamstring. What happened in the Boston game late last night? We got crushed, and Brandon pulled his hamstring. Too many coincidences. I mean, it's really spooky, man. Of course, it's all just a touch of confirmation bias and the tendency of human beings to remember hits and forget misses. I hear thousands of words and read dozens of articles, so I am bound, just by chance, to see or hear an unexpected correlation. If I were prone to finding meaning in random events, today would have been full of portents. What I really need is an article about an infectious disease physician winning Powerball. The reference of note for this Gobbet opus, Significance of Staph lugdunensis bacteremia, a report of 28 cases and a review of the literature in the journal Infection 2008. And so endeth another Gobbeteth of Pusseth. Oh yeah, go write me a review on iTunes. It's the least you can do. And you should always do the least you can do.